Hi everybody, Flash Rasmus back here again in Foundation, which I think this is going to be our last penultimate episode. I think we're going to go this today and then on one more episode at the end of the week just to close up what our thoughts on it. That's all down depending on us getting this monastery finished. Yeah, so it's kind of just wrapping up because, like I said, I'm enjoying it, but it's becoming a bit of a, not a cakewalk, but it's become a lot easier. I do like that. I think this probably, of all the builds I've done, let's have a quick look at that, high charge, whatever. I think this has probably been our most successful, our best looking monastery. I think it looks absolute bee's knees. I think it looks fantastic. I really do think it looks nice. I'm well happy with this. Promotions available. I'm not bothered, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I mean, let me check what this last signed. Lord Manor. I think I've got everything assigned. Oh nope, there's one down here. Got one more to assign. We'll tell you with the treasury. Yeah, it's just been. I've just been surprised how, not easy, not way of putting it, but I've been surprised how well this has gone. And how we've not really ever struggled for money at all. I mean, it's a sport. I'm actually really happy with it. I really think that I'm actually really happy with this little village. I'm actually well impressed with that, actually. Let's spend some money while we're at it. 3 new villages, fantastic. Let's go to territories. Oh, where can I expand to? Where can we expand to? I want to open up more opportunities places. Let's spend some money basically. We've got more over here. It's a lack of resource. There's not we can do. Let's buy you. Let's immediately come off that so I don't do something silly. Let's go to resource logistics, not logistics, resource production. Let's get a lumber mill there. Get another one, another lumber mill over there. Build and build. Let's get some, might as well get some food production over here. I'm just spending money now just because we've got a stupid amount of money and I might as well spend it. Let's spin you around. I always forget to hold shift, whatever you is it shift? Hold shift if you want to hold multiple ones. I always forget to kind of hold shift to put multiple buildings down. Get that done over there. No good access to goods. So that's a long way back coming, man. I was wondering where. Do I want to put another set of market stalls up here? I think I might do actually. Yeah, let's put some more market. Let's put some more stuff up here, shall we? Let us put down a. Let's put some more markets. Stonecoin camp. Just say we've got keeping. I'm just trying to spend some money, keep everybody busy. Wow, that's just insane. Just insane. I'm thinking about that. Let's just hit pause a second. I don't lose control of what's going on. What am I doing now? Logistics in it, yeah. Market stores. I want 3. Let's put them down here. Let's put them about here. One. I want one of each. I want one. I want another one of them. Let's put 2 together like that. Put a lid on you, and let's put a lid on you. And I'm going to put a good store. I'm going to put a good store there. I'm going to put a roof on you. And put a luxury there and put a lid on you. Let's put a couple of benches, just reasons. Might spend a bit more cash because some barrels. Let's get food store signs there. One between 2 will do them. Let's get a good sign there so it's facing inwards, and let's get a luxury good sign there. Let's build you lot. I'll crack on with that. Let's put a well up here because we always need to put wells up. Oh, I always forget to do that. Well, okay, let's get a well. Let's put a well up here. Yeah, build you. I keep forgetting to put control. Let's put another well over here. Build you. Okay, so how did last military mission get on? Let's just hit us up to 3. Bakery in there. Average. I don't know why I'm not bothered about that really. What am I looking for now? Army. Battle history. Fine. Oh wow. 2 dead. Oh dear. That's a blow. We've got a lot of wounded. So what we're going to do? We'll assign some military. Let's assign some. Let's assign people up here. Let's spread the love a little bit. There's people up here anyway. I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Have anybody signed up here? We've got 1. I'm going to sign another one up there. Let's go into here. Let's go into there and let's go to weapons. Actually, I've actually got enough weapons for everybody. Spears. I should give them more. Again, I'm not even bothered reassigning spears. That's why I know I keep saying it, but it just feels as if it's been significantly easier this term. I've not really had a problem. Now what's happened? We've now got high employment and high everything. Yeah, that's just minuscule. I'm not bothered about that. Gathering hut's been built. At least that'll create some jobs to come through. But we I do like how we've got this little village. We still would go away. We've got communities built up around there. Do we want to build yet another church over here? Might as well. I mean, we might as well try and spend the money somewhere. Let's put another church just up here. Where did I put the market stalls out for that? So I'm going to put a church kind of here. I'm a bit further away actually. Let's put it about here. There's one there, isn't there? Let's put it up here then. I could expand the one we've already got, but I don't want to. Another little church popping up everywhere. Let's have a build. Okay. Watch us get nobody coming through now. Stonecut accounts built. We're now going to have plenty of job vacancies, which is good. Is a monastery finally finished? Is it? Well, not quite. They've got built door yet. Let's do our usual. Got 4 new villages I've blocked up. I'll sort them out in a minute. So you come in here. There's a bad storm. You can't see what you're doing. But the first you can see over there. The first thing that hits you is a monastery there. You come over the base. You've got. Yep, it's built. I don't know if it's symbolic, but you've got the monastery there, then you've got a guard tower there, and yet another guard tower there. You can see another church there. You can see all the fishing for the fishing fleet just there. Then as you come out the storm, you can see the onset of a really busy, hectic village, and then you can start to see on the hillside the huge Lord's Manor castle settlement up there. Yeah, actually, I think this is one of the nicest villages I've built. I actually really like this. This is probably, for me, I think this is probably one of my favourite villages I've built. It's just really kind of, I think it looks a business. I'm happy with this. Very happy with this. Right, what am I doing now? Let's get back on with it, Flash. Come on. Let's get you lot sorted out first. Let's get people assigned to here. So I want... Right, so we've got plenty of... We don't got a lot of berries. We've got plenty of cheese. We're going to sell cheese. What are you? You're wool. Can't sell wool. And we're going to assign clothes to you. We'll assign fish to you. And we'll assign what have we got luxury wise. Let's have a quick look. Luxury wise, we've got honey. So we've got stacks of honey. We shall sell honey. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. When we need more people, we've still got high. We've got high everything. That's fine. We're up for that. Okay, so we're just not short of anything at all. Like I said, this is probably one of my favourite builds. This is my favourite. I really like. I can't believe I didn't think the surface is a bit kind of. It's not. It's a bit off centre. It's a bit off centre, but I'm quite happy with that. Let's build some more monastery buildings. Like I said, I've said this before, but I wish I'd separate all the components of the monastery and make it its own build menu, so you make it just a bit easier to build. Should make it its own build menu. What do we want to do? We want another Abbey A, Abbey B, extension D. Let's go with. What do you use? Yeah, so let's go with a couple of Abbey buildings. Let's go some more. Do we want smaller buildings? Extension D. Let's go a couple of extensions. I've been to Abbeys in the UK because this is where I live. And you see some of the it's down on the south coast somewhere. I can't remember exactly which one it is. Well, there's one where you basically the barn is just like an abbey. The barn is like. It's like the barn's was an abbey building. It's been turned into a barn by. It's like it did start off as an abbey building, and it's turned been turned into a farmhouse. But it looks very, very grand. So that's the angle I'm going for here is what probably was a barn. Probably was an abbey building. It's repurposed as a barn once the abbeys were shut down by Henry VIII. It was probably repurposed as a barn. But anyway, I'm waffling now. I don't like that's £2,000. No, I don't like these. It's £2,000 for what is essentially a random building. Let's get a door on there. Spend some more money because we need to spend more money. Glass. Oh, I tell you what, we can sell glass, can't we? You're selling herbs. Oh, we don't really do anything, do we? Really? Because it's just great. There's nothing particularly. We're not short of anything. Really, the churches are a bit full. I actually might need to put an extension on this one actually. But he's on a hill. Got four new people coming in. They're building that church up there. Happiness. I wish there was a paint, visibility, minerals. I wish there's desirability. That's not what I wanted to see. I want to see a happiness level. I want to see a happiness level. I don't want to see a visibility level because that doesn't really do anything for me. I want to be able to see where the unhappiness levels are. Now we can get a better view of what's going on. So now if we come over here now, if you're coming from this side over here, look, these are minerals. How's this developer supposed to get to these? You come on the corner, you see the first thing you see is a monastery there. Then you can start to see the fishing village, and as you come around the corner, if you come down the middle, you have the monastery behind the trees there, and you've got towers up there, and you come into the fishing fleet, and you just see this really prosperous and bustling town with up the castle, with the monastery, with the Lord's Manor up there, the castle, the military complex and what have you. Yeah, I'm well happy with this. This has turned out really, really well. That's knowing me slightly, but that's just goods shortages and good shortage of goods. So you're fine there. Everybody's fine there. We're not short of anything, are we? No access to goods. Where do you live? That's $1 million question. Where do you live? See down here. We've got problems down here. You've got bread. You've got bread and clothes. You've got clothes. You've got herbs. We're not sure of anything. Oh well, we'll just ignore them. I'm not particularly bothered by any of this. Actually, I've been just thinking about it. I'm actually going to make today the last episode because at the moment I am literally just watching things happen. And like I said, I'm going to make today's. It's going to be a bit of a shorter episode. So let's sum this map up. let's just, while the world's kind on behind us. In fact, I'm going to hit pause actually, so we don't let anything happen. While this world's happening behind us, when I've previously played this map, the default I've always started at, where is it? Where I've normally started? It's normally, is it not? I'm trying to think. Yeah, you normally start here. This is normally, you get, when I've had some place, I've started here and tried to build up there and build onto there, and it's been a lot harder because you don't get, you got a lot of forest, but you don't get a lot of building space. You end up building up there, and it doesn't really work that well. But coming over here, this has been such a great little starting map. This is a bit, the resources on this map aren't great because they've got all this here, but you can't, it's inaccessible. So even if you started out here, it's completely inaccessible, so nobody could get to you. So this map's great. I would love to be. I'd love to build here, right out on the point, and then swing around with a harbour down here and build over here. But this whole part of the map is completely inaccessible. You can't actually physically get to it. Therefore, nobody could get to you. So that's a bit of a shame. Again, as I've said, this is my favourite part of the build. This monastery, walling it up here. Oh, this could be, if you're OCD, this needs to be more in the centre. Yeah. So I should have done this. I do think this is fantastic. I love this. I wish you could landscape the land more and actually landscape the land, because I would have flattened this lot out so that this is a bit flatter. So we should be able to do that. But I think that looks great. You come down here, we've still got plenty of space to expand into if we wanted to up here. We've got loads of them. You could really carry on building, but again, this is, I mean, we're just not struggling for money at all. We've not struggled at all. The only thing we're struggling now is happiness, because we've got a lot of people coming in. Goods and services. Services is your church. Goods is just like a machine in the markets. I could do with building more markets. So I bet if well, coming in a minute, and you swing on the top here, I've managed to keep a lot of the undesirable things out to the side, which is what I wanted to do, was keep the undesirables kind of out on the edges of the town. That's a bit of an eyesore. But if you're all playing, you could pretend these are government buildings and posh people's flats, posh houses, like you. So that's a bit of a pain. It's because, again, this is one thing I think why 1.8 for me is probably a bit imbalanced, because that's just insane. That's just nuts how much money we're making. The point I'm actually buying territory just desperate to try and spend money, because we've got that much coming in. It's kind of almost like I'm desperately spending money to try and keep us, so I don't have to keep building government buildings, because this is a bit of a kind of an eyesore. But then if you role play, you could suggest these are government buildings, these could be the nobilities buildings, this could be a nobility quarter if you've role played. I like the little churches down here. One thing I wish you could do, where we've got the churches up here, I wish you could upgrade these to those, rather than completely build from scratch. I wish you could upgrade these. I do like the little graveyards. I think that's one nice little touch. I like that. I do like that. I wish you could get rid of the grass. I like the new buildings, but again, that's a tavern. I like the new buildings over here, but again, I wonder if they're contributing to this. Again, food production wise, we've got 2 farms, and again, we've got 2 farms, and we're like killing it. And we've got some markets again, but we're killing it. Let me check these again. These got stuff. Jewelry. Let's swap you to honey. There's no real need to do that, but we'll do it anyway. Let's get it run for a little bit. See if that cures this problem down here. Yeah, so we've got we've got villages. Even though we've got low employment and average happiness, we're still getting a stupid amount of people moving into an insane amount of people moving in, which surprises me a little bit that we've got that much coming in, because we just got an insane amount of people moving into the village, and that surprises me a little bit. Yeah, again, this is what I wish I'd upgrade, because this is like, I'm not sure this kind of works really, but this is something I'm a little bit, I'd change if I could do, because I'm not sure this really works. What I should have done, I should have basically put these back to back and done a long church, and then you put these as wings. But yeah, you see, it's kind of, you learn, and it's kind of like, as you can, that kind of doesn't really work for me really. I like this up here, kind of the church complex up 2 buildings up here, it works. Let's have a quick just check of you. You're fine. Bear with, I'm going to swap you to... Let's swap you to fish. Not that we need to, because, you know, we're doing... Yep. So we move up here. We've got industrial quarter, but that doesn't seem to have affected growth. Because we've got that's not really affected growth. What are you? You're a weaponsmith, so that's not really affected growth. Like, the resources have been a problem. We have not had enough access to resources, but that's because half the maps are inaccessible or just too far away. More industrial complexes up here, and then we're gradually getting houses spreading out here. And now we're starting to get spread out a little bit, so I'm starting to get urban sprawl. So if I was to carry on, I'd have to kind of make a conscious decision whether we're going to go this way, because I've just kind of spanned these out to kind of create jobs. We'd have to go, we're going to go this way, or are we going to push this way? Because the danger you would get would be you'd start to kind of having to build lots of markets and churches and what have you. So what I really should do is kind of populate out here, get this all maxed out, because we've got access to resources over here. But yeah, and it's been interesting. Let's just keep it running a bit longer. Yes, I'm going to keep it a bit short. This is just because I've really enjoyed this map. I've loved building this map. I love this little valley. I think it looks so good and it works so well because it's naturally flat. It's a natural harbour for you to build on. If I was playing a modded game on this, I'd certainly turn this into a harbour, because there's a few mods where you can do some really good kind of administrative harbour looking type buildings which look fantastic. Some of the mods, I can't remember what the mods are, but you can do some fantastic looking mods, some fantastic looking work in those type of areas. Right, let's get sort by lack of workers. So we're going to go, let's get you up to speed, you up to speed, you up to speed. Let's go lumber camp, lumber camp, lumber camp. Let's go lumber camp, lumber camp, lumber camp. Let's go forager, forager, forager. We've got nobody left. That's what I need to do quickly again. There's nothing stopping coming back on this map. I've got no qualms about coming back on this map because it's a great little map. But it's we're just kind of going through the motions. We're not really particularly being challenged at all on money and build. It's now just kind of building something to look pretty, and I'm just conscious sometimes it's kind of like watching me do this isn't nice. It basically can get boring. Basically, it can get a bit boring because when you're watching the same thing, you go, well, actually nothing much is happening. It just becomes a cruise. And these games for me, I mean, I would get bored. That's the thing is, I'm getting bored because there's nothing really kind of challenging us. We're not getting like pushed to do. We're not getting really driven to do. We're not really kind of getting challenged at all in terms of our builds. We're not facing money shortages. We're not facing any kind of housing crisis. We've got issues with happiness, but then it's kind of, I'm not particularly worried because if people leave, people leave. I'm at a level now that I know that if more people will come in, and if people of a higher rank leave, I know I can replace them. This is kind of good. That's just churches. That's got to be churches. Let's put one over here. So I know I'm not particularly bothered if people do decide to leave because we've got. Let's put one up here. We've got enough in terms of we've got a big enough population, and we've got a big enough throughput of people coming through that I can easily replace them. And if the deal if it's not, I'm not particularly bothered, to be quite honest with you. You're in the middle all day. I'll get you built. So we've got plenty of people coming through, so can we replace people that leave? And we're still not particularly bad. And it wouldn't bother me. It would be nice if we had fewer people coming through, because it's just the same amount of people we've got popping through at the moment. Fisherman's hut. We're down to 1 again. Average. That's not disastrous. Yeah, it's little things that still bother me. It still bothers me that you can't see you can't get an overall picture of happiness where all the unhappiness is. So therefore you could then, because this doesn't help. Who am I looking at here? This does not help. So they full. Yeah, they're full, you see. So yeah, it just sometimes those things that just aren't helpful at all. Let's build a couple more down here because we might as well. We can pretend there's something else. Put a door there, and you build that. You could pretend it's something else. I believe I'm sure I've read somewhere in one of the dev updates that in the next build coming through, you're going to be able to see. You're going to be able to click a resource, and it'll tell you exactly where all aspects of that resource are in the village, which would be good. I'm not going to bother from anybody, to be honest with you. Let's go up to jobs. Let's get... Cool. So people are coming through, even though we've got a ridiculous amount of stuff. That's not... It could be better, but it's not terrible. It's the two at the bottom, it's the events that are the problem. The rest of them I'm not particularly worried about. But yeah, anyway, it's kind of... Yeah, I just feel like I'm just going through the motions at the moment. And like I say, it's time for a new challenge. So you guys let me know, do we want to do a modded version? Because my concern with doing a modded version, I always like to do modded ones, but my concern with doing a modded run is this. If we've done so well on episode 9, I think one, if we're all doing this well on episode, and we've been like this for a good 4 or 5 episodes now, the modded runs always snowball your cash even more. The modded runs... For me, a lot of the mods really unbalanced game. For example, the livestock farm and the livestock farm and the veg farm, really unbalanced game. I mean, saying that you could kind of like not put them on, but I really like them. I just like the additional kind of look. I like the look it gives to the game. I like the visual look it gives to the game. Where if you've got not just wheat farms, you've got veg farms, you've got veg farms, you've got livestock farms. I just like the difference it gives to the game. So if we play a mods, you're gonna this is not going to be a problem at all. So I'm kind of work out. Yeah, I do like this map. This map would be great to mod, but I want a new challenge. This is one of the reasons why I'm going to run this one now, because I just want a new challenge, because I'm just look at that. It's just whatever we do, we're just going steamily well. Look, that's sorted out now, because we're starting to build stuff. Happiness is going up. Happiness is creeping up. Look, we've got 9 monks. We've got yeah. So yeah, this has been our village. We never thought of a name of it, but yeah, this is my favourite here. I just love this monastery. I can never really get it right, but I always overbuild it and overcomplicate it, but this works perfectly. A walled monastery. I like how when you come in, if you're all playing it, you want to see piety on this side and military on that side, just to know you're coming to a place that's a very pious place, because we've got about a dozen churches, but we've also got a military. We've got a military you're going to know about, and when you come in, you've got the main military base is right on the port, right at the harbour. Then you've got a big fishing fleet. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm kind of just sat here watching the world go by. I could have done this better, but it's because we're doing so well financially. You end up with these. Maybe what I could do, if I wanted to, would be knock this lot down and build a big government complexes up there. But maybe it's kind of maybe these need to, how much money these can hold needs to be changed. 1 citizen left again. I'm not bothered really. That's another thing I'd like on that one point. That citizens left, right? Again, I'd like to be able to have a button that would show me where the different class of people are. Where kind of desirability tool, does that kind of, what does this give me? Doesn't really kind of overlay this display to toolpiece showing text issue. Again, it's not help. That doesn't help. I want a button gives happiness, but I want a button to give where each particular citizen type is. I want this visibility to include a button to show happiness levels where people are unhappy, and a button to tell me where my different class of citizens are. where my newcomers, where my serfs live, where my citizens live, where my commoners live, just so I can really pinpoint what the issues are. Because if he's all the way up here, yeah, he's going to be happy because we've got absolutely, in the markets, we've got absolutely nothing up here. So if I can work out, if I look at jobs, I'll see where it's come from. So he's come from the bakers. Where's the bakery? So the bakery's down here. So what's his problem again? Yeah, it's just one of those little things. It's kind of, it would be helpful to know where everybody is, to where they, and that's, you think that's just literally come from that not being stocked up. Yeah. But anyway, how long are we going for? A little bit longer. Let's go for about 45 minutes, I reckon. But yeah, so it's. But again, I probably said this in every video. When I started playing, this came out in 2019, and I started playing it around about then because I saw Party Elite cover it on his channel. I thought that looks a fantastic game. I want to play that. A long before I started thinking about doing YouTube, and I played it, and it was so basic. It was ridiculous. It was so, but you could see the potential for the game in there. Let's have a quick drink. I've been doing a lot of talking today. To my day job, what have you? But you could really see the potential of the game, and I just love the organic. Another one's left. So where's he come from? Where's he left from? This is becoming a bit of a problem here. This has become a bit of a problem. I want to see where it's gone from. So. See, it's come with the bakery again. Where's the bakery then? Is it a lack of? Is it like? Oh, that's what it is. It's the church is a problem. Oh, it's the church is the issue. Silly boy. Let's stick a little bit on church on there then. That's the thing. The game does not make it easy for you to sit. I'm not there. That's not where I want to put it. Hang on a second. I didn't want to do that, did I? Let's put another door on the outside of it then. The game does not make it easy for you to. I want to cancel that production, don't I? The game does not make it easy for you to see, for you to be able to work out what you got to do. I know it's not. You don't want to make it dead easy, but it just doesn't really kind of give you any kind of help at all for you to see if you're trying to work out why something's not working or why people are happy. It doesn't really kind of give you an idea. That's the way it is, because these aren't always full, because these aren't always the case. They're not always populated, so it's not always easy to tell why something's wrong. So again, we've still got a stupid amount of people coming in. Again, that's not helpful at all. Like, where is he? I mean, where is he? So they've got 0-20. That's massive. 1 of 28. It's, yeah. 2 citizens are left. This is becoming a bit of a problem. Alright, let's work out where they've come from then. They've come from the sawmill. We've got the sawmill there and the bakery. It's down here. It's a problem, and it's down here. Yeah, I dropped the ball on this a little bit, didn't I? Oh well. Again, it's something I'm not particularly bothered about, because if we look at the estates now, we've pretty much unlocked everybody. We've unlocked everything. We've never quite unlocked a candle workshop, which I'm going to do now actually, because I've built it. I just forgot to unlock it. So let's go to here. Let's assign a monk. We've now got a monk. We can now finish off unlocking that, because we've got it built. I built it ages ago. We've cleared everything, so it's kind of, because my candles work. My candle shop's down here somewhere. It's down here. It's got 2 people assigned to it. They can't start actually making stuff. I think. Let me just check that again. Actually, I shouldn't have ignored. I've got a habit of ignoring messages like that. Let me just go into the estates. That's the monk statue. Should we build it justice? See, again, it's kind of like a bit closer. Okay, if he's reaching his hand out to the people as they come in. Could be a bit bigger that, but anyway. Yes, it's kind of, it would be useful to know, to get an idea where that issue is, because obvious issues over here, because now I've spotted it because I've ignored this little corner. But yes, little things like it would be nice if they gave you a bit more of a hint as to where things were, where the issues were, because that tracking people for me is just bobbins. It's just almost impossible to see where they're going. Anyway, But again, we've lost them, but we can promote people up. I think the only thing where it really matters is when you're trying to get to these, obviously, to unlock these type of things. Once you've unlocked them, you kind of have unlocked it. And so I'm not bothered if I drop below that level anymore, because they give you more pumps than the worst. Sometimes I get another citizens left. Where's he left from there? Where's he left from? So the sawmill. Yes, the sawmill again. That's a problem. Oh well. Sawmill, gathering hut, that's a new one, so I'm not bothered about that. Let's get you up to speed. We'll get committed, hang on. Okay, it says I've got 2 people here, but where are they? Is this because they've left or what? Oh well, we'll work it out, Yeah, so that's kind of, yeah, that is my fault for taking my eye off the ball. But in my defence, sometimes it's not that easy to actually see what you've got to do and where your issues are, because it goes follow this person, and these people, these little people, are almost impossible to follow sometimes. Bailiff, what's your problem? Brewer, goods shortage. Is it because? Hang on a second. Where's my brewer? Is it because they're too far from a market? They're too lazy to blink and walk. Breweries. Let's stick a market up here then. Yeah, not access to goods. There's a market there. Is it goods they're talking about? And let's just hit pause for a second. It's because me winding up, but all these little pumps are starting to surface a little bit. They've got stuff. Yeah, this is my biggest bugbear with this. Sometimes it's not easy. It's not easy at all sometimes to work out where your issues are. And the help files you get just quite frankly aren't very helpful. So let's put you right outside your front door. Sometimes the help files you get just aren't very helpful. Let's kind of put you on the road that way, and we'll put you that way. Sometimes they're just not, the help files you get just aren't very helpful. You know, it's like, well, you could kind of be a bit more helpful if you wanted to. Yeah, it doesn't, and I don't want it to make it like super easy to work out what you got to do, but it would be nice if you could actually get some hint as to where the current issue is, so you could at least have a better chance of actually fixing it or getting to it sooner. Maybe actually be a bit more on the ball. Build. But I'm not bothered if people, again, I'm not particularly worried if people leave, because we're not short of anything. We're not short of anything. I need to press pause and just stop going back to this one. So which is full, not bothered. Is that because I've got monks not doing anything? Because the monk, is it because we've got a monk that's not doing that? Where's my monastery? No, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go 3, 2, 4, 6, 9. I see. You need 10 monks, but you've only got 9 jobs for 10 monks. That's just bonkers. Let's build something else then. Let's build another. What can we build? What can we build? We built everything though. We've got a herb garden. Should we build another winery? Yeah, but you're the apiary. You're the vineyard. Yeah, we've built everything. Herb garden, apiary, vineyard. Let's build another. Let's build another one of them. Doing something today. So look, at happiness has gone up now. Because I've taken care of the service bit, so happiness has gone up instantly. I fixed that straight away. It cost me some citizens' mind, but yeah, we'll promote people up next time we get a chance. No, go and do that. Amuse yourself doing that. Monks request an audience. What stupid thing do you want to request? What do you want? Deliver 10 tools to... Yeah, go on, Done. Happy days. Okay. Alright, okay. Yeah, so... Yeah, little things like that. So, summary. Look at that. So, my monk's finished. My monk stitch is done. So, look. Is he coming in? He's reaching out. Is he coming to get along with him? Look. He's reaching out to you. Is he coming? He's going, come into our lovely, lovely settlement. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. I think this looks great. Yeah, it's exactly what I'd expect from a monastery. Walled in. With the monastery buildings and your vineyard outside. That looks fantastic. you're not so happy with that, but if we role play it, we can pretend it's something else. I love how everything's compact. We got everything compact in this little valley. What would I want to? What do I want to see? I want to see, as this is a book, I want it to be easy to manage my warehouses. I don't want to have to I don't want to have to go into here, go down, go into my buildings, come down here, keep scrolling down, and go name, and then have to open up every single warehouse to actually find out what everything is. I want one screen that I go, right, warehouses, and tell me, right, these are the warehouses, this is what they're storing, so I can instantly see where everything is. Because that's just, it's too much. It's particularly when you get bigger, it becomes very difficult to kind of spot them. I know that's a granary because it's got the red lid, and that's an orange one. But if you've got a massive spawn of something like we are now, it can be really difficult to spot them. So that needs to be easier. But hopefully, something might be coming on that. But again, it's happiness and where everybody is. The happiness in EG kind of here. I want a map of the happiness levels. So ideally, if I had a map of that, I'd go into my visibility. I'd hit unhappiness, and that would have shown me down here. I've got an issue down here because my church isn't big enough, and that would show me that I've got an issue down here, and I could go, right, that's my issue. So I know I've got an issue on goods shortage. I go, right, is this a good shortage is down here? Right, fix it. And now I know the good shortage are up there because I was able to track it. Yes, I mean you can go down here. You can go down here and look at the unhappiness levels, and like look at this lot. Where are this lot here? Where are you? View home. So I think the issue existing up here. Yeah, the issue is up here. I'm sure the issue must be up here. But again, you could do that, but it's a bit of a hassle, really. It could do with being a little bit easier. Yeah, so these are people who are quite unhappy actually. Good. So you've got herbs, clothes. So they've got everything they want. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, I kind of like. I do still get this right. Now what exists because market's been built. So if I'm just gonna see if this fixes it. So in here we're gonna get you up to speed. We already got 2 unemployed people. Now. But that would fix it, I'd hope. So I'd like some easier way to find happiness levels, because at the moment I'm lucky. I don't have a. In a way, I'm lucky. I don't have massive unemployment issues. I don't have a massive issue with unhappy people because I've got good idea where they are by just doing that. But if you've got a multitude of issues, it's harder to find because it's trying to find everybody. Even that's a bit of a ball ache. God, I reckon this lot are all kind of up here. They're all citizens, and I reckon they're all up here somewhere. But anyway, kind of if I go to, did I assign somebody to that one? So let's assign you to. Let's get you on. Let's get you on berries. Let's get you on. We've got a lot of bread. Let's assign you to consumables, and let's assign you to honey. And then, and hopefully that would fix it. You know, it's kind of, let's go a bit longer and see if that does fix it. One citizen left, but again, I'm not bothered. To be quite honest, it's not the end. For me, it's not the end of the world. We're not short. We're not particularly short of people coming in. And now I've actually maxed out. Now I've actually maxed out what I need from everybody. What I need to get my state fully up and running. I'm not particularly bothered, really. It's not something I'm particularly worried about. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So it will be. I'd like it easy. I'd like it to be. I like it to be easier to manage. Pop unhappiness and to manage where everybody is, and find it quicker. Particularly when you've got a lot of issues. I've only got 1 or 2, so. I've just been too lazy to actually go look at that. I keep forgetting to actually go there and go, right, that's where my issue is. But then, kind of, when you're making this kind of levels of cash, you get complacent, you know. But anyway, yeah. So this has been our little village, kind of, and it's been one of my. This has probably been the most. This has been the most enjoyable map I've played on. This has probably been the most enjoyable map I've had. I love this little valley, and it's a great little valley. I think it's fantastic, you know. And it's pretty much again, yeah. I mean, let's just pause it now. I'm tired of watching that. Yeah, I've dropped the ball on that, but then that's a position I should be getting concerned about. That I should be getting frustrated, concerned that I'm losing sort of citizens. But saying that, we get that many people coming through. If they all leave, then I just promote more people up, because money's not a problem. I mean, at the end of the day, if money was a problem, I've got the fallback of a stonkingly large military that's just sat here getting bored. They're not trained. They need to get trained, don't they? But yeah, I've got a massive military to fall back on that I could go out. You lot both and do some military type stuff. I mean, this is difficult. So I'm going to go that. If I go that one, I'll go into missions and just go, right, who we're going to send? I'm going to send basically everybody. I'm going to send a lot of them on this mission, because I've got the resources, I've got enough soldiers coming, I've got a big enough military, I can send every single one of them on this mission. The more that we send them, easier it'll be. Send the lot, off you go. They're off you go. I mean, I've kept entire villages going purely on the fact I've got a stonking great military. But anyway, let me know what you think. Again, my normal thing is to immediately follow up a vanilla run with a modded run, but I'm actually tempted to hold off on that, because I just think that I think there's a balance issue, because I don't know, it's not been difficult. This one's not been difficult at all. It's been fairly easy, and I just wonder whether something's changed in the game for me, because it shouldn't be this easy. Anyway, I've enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, I'm not moaning about it, but it just feels a lot easier. It does. I mean, you could say I'm getting better at the game, which I am, don't get me wrong, but I'm not that good. I'm not good where it's been a case where I've been literally cruising for like 4 or 5 episodes. But anyway, I might hold off for the next update before I do anything else, because I'd like to do a vanilla run. I'd like to do because a modded run, you just basically ignore that and you just build for like building's sake. I think modded ones for me are more all about building the great castles, using some of the mods you've got for like building huge castles, building huge harbours. That's more of a grand projects type run, that is. So I need to have a think about what I'm going to do. What I'm tempted to do on a modded run is just do a modded run just to do grand buildings. So just forget about kind of leveling up to get citizens to unlock monsters and what have you, and just build something. Just go for a village. It's basically going to be newcomers, settlers, the odd commoner or two, and not worry about kind of unlocking. So basically, let's go into the estates. Forget about unlocking a lot of this stuff here, because fishing hut would be nice, but we'll look at. So basically, forget about kind of unlocking this stuff, and just really don't. I mean, even the hunt this up, we don't particularly need that for 20 commoners. And just really kind of forget about unlocking a lot of this stuff, and just build a village that's essentially going to be newcomers and settlers. Just concentrate, promote my settlers up, and just go for building big big structures, big harbours, big castles, big builders, big kind of grand building type projects, something like that. Just to kind of like go and build a huge castle, because that's what I'd like to do. Build a really big castle. So I might just do that kind of a lot shorter episodes, more around building grand structures. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys want to see, because I know the popularity of this one hasn't been as much as it normally is, as it used to be. But then I think I've got a lot more going on the channel now. So this used to be the main drive of my channel, so it used to be my main focus. I think now I've got a lot of other things going on that this isn't as popular as it used to be. But I think it's not as popular. I've just got other newer things that are coming, like Kanga is really popular, and Fermi Poach. So I think I'm just, because I'm widening my audience a little bit, I'm getting other things that come along that are kind of really popular. But I do love this game. I do think it's one of my favourite. I just love this. I love the fact that you get these organic versions just sprat up. You've got a real you can try and control it by painting different residential areas, but by the way it's built, it's sometimes very difficult. But anyway, let me know what you think. I'm hedging towards maybe taking a week off it. So I've got a bit of a break between and get me thoughts in place. And I'm thinking maybe doing a short modded runs to build big structures. I'd love to build a big kind of like huge castle type thing. I did it on my last modded run, but in hindsight it wasn't that good. I could have done better. But anyway, let me know what you think, and we shall reconvene at a later date. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I do hope you've enjoyed this. I do like the additional features in 1. I do like the new buildings in 1.8. I really do. Add a bit extra. They do add a bit of structure. I do worry that it's got easier, significantly easier. That worries me a little bit, but still, again, I've been playing this for a stupid amount of time now, and we're still in early access, and it's fantastic as a game now. This as a city building game. In early access, this is better than a lot of completed games out there at the moment. This is how good this is. But anyway, I've waffled enough. We've been going nearly an hour. We're about 45, 50 minutes. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.